Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين أما بعد. بيان نسبة المكث في القيام والجلوس والركوع بعضها إلى بعض في الصلاة. Okay, bayanu, the clarification of the nisbah, of the percentage. Nisbah can be percentage or something along that line, as it'll become clear, inshallah. Al-makthi or mukthi, the staying, the amount of staying or remaining. Fil qiyam, in standing. Wal julus, in sitting. Wal ruku', in bowing. Ba'duha ila ba'din, or ba'diha ila ba'din, compared to one another, basically, right? Fi salat. So what is the percentage of staying or remaining in qiyam and standing and sitting in ruku' compared to one another in salat? Al-Hadith al-Tas'un, Al-Hadith al-Tas'un عن البراء بن عازب رضي الله عنهما قال, on the 90th hadith on the authority of Al-Bara ibn Azib, may Allah be pleased with both of them. قال, he said, رمقت الصلاة مع محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. رمقت, ra, mim, qaf, here meaning to watch or to observe. رمقت الصلاة, so I observed salat مع Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wasallam. I observed salat with the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam. فوجدت قيامه, so I found his standing. قيامه, his standing. فركعته, and his rak'ah, his ruku'. فاعتداله بعد ركوعه, and his i'tidal, his, here the fa here is like a wow here, right? Except he's going to say, I found them all like this. فوجدت قيامه فركعته فاعتداله بعد ركوعه, so his standing up straight after ruku', after bowing. فسجدته, and his sajda. فجلسته بين سجدتين, and his sitting. جلسته, his sitting between the two prostrations. فسجدته, and then his فسجدته, then his sajda again. فجلسته ما بين التسليم والانصراف, and then his sitting between the taslim and his turning around or turning away from the qibla. قريبا من السواء, قريبا من السواء, close to being equal. So رمقت الصلاة مع محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم, I observed the salat with the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم. فوجدت قيامه, so I found that his standing. فَرَكَعْتَهُ, and his rak'atahu, his ruku'. فَاعْتِدَالَهُ بَعْدَ رُكُوعِهِ, his standing up straight after ruku'. فَسَجَدْتَهُ فَالْجِلْسَتَهُ بَيْنَ سَجْدَتَيْن, and his sajda, and the sitting between the two sajdas. فَسَجْدَتَهُ, and then the sajda, his prostration once again. فَالْجِلْسَتَهُ مَا بَيْنَ التَّسْلِيمِ وَالْإِنْصِرَافِ, then his sitting between the taslim, saying assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, and his turning away from the qibla. قريبا من السواء, close to being equal. I found them all to be equal. وفي رواية البخاري, and in the narration of Bukhari, ما خلا القيام والقعود قريبا من السواء. Right? ما خلا meaning, I guess, an exception here. ما خلا meaning basically except his qiyam and his qu'ud, right? His qiyam and his qu'ud. His qiyam for standing up and reciting Quran, wal qu'ud, his sitting for the tashahud, qariban min as-siwa. Then they were close to being normal, or being alike, being the same, but not the same as the others, right? Not the same as the others. They were longer. This is the explanation of Ibn Rajab rahimahullah. Min fawaid wa ahkam al-hadith, from the explanation or from the benefits and the rulings of the hadith. Awalan, hirsu sahabati radiyallahu anhum, the diligence of the sahaba, ala ihatati bi kayfiyati salat an-nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, ala ihata, for the diligence or the concern of the Sahaba to comprehend, to gather the information. Al-ihata bi kayfiyat salat an-nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. How did they gather information? They were diligent and concerned with gathering how was the salat of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, liyatabi'uhu, so يتبعوه, so that they could follow him, fiha, in it, meaning in the salah, وينقلوها للأمة, and to transmit it or narrate it to the ummah. ثانيا, أن المشروع, that is legislated, تقارب الركوع والقيام بعده, after it, والسجود والجلوس بين سجدتين في الطول والقصر. That is mashru', it is legislated, taqarrub, to be close, right? To have some type of closeness in ruku'. This taqarrub, to be close or to be similar in ruku', in the bowing, and in the qiyam after it, the standing after it, and in the prostration, the sujood, wal julus, and the sitting, bayna sajdatain, and the sitting between the two sajdas, fi tuli wal qisar, in lengthening and in shortening. So however long they are, that should be that long. If they're short, they should be short, close to one another. ثالثا, مشروعية جلوس الإمام بعد التسليم والانصراف إلى بيته بقدر الركوع أو السجود. So the legislation of the sitting of the Imam after the tasneem and turning away from the Qibla, or moving away from his spot, going to his house, with the amount of ruku' or sujood. So he would wait in his place, right, after turning around, before he would get up and go, to the amount of his ruku' or his sujood. هذا والله تعالى أعلم وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.